Hello there, Cancer. Let's take a look at your predictions for the week of January 3rd through the 9th. We are going to look at your past, present, and immediate future energies. Remember, not all readings will resonate with all sun sign people, so check your moon and rising if it does not. If this does resonate, there is an extended love reading available for you in the description below if you want to dive deeper into the messages. Okay. In the past position here, we have the Ten of Swords, the Devil, and the Nine of Wands. Ooh. Okay, so we've got a betrayal, an ending. We've got toxicity, but also passion. And then leaving us in the past with wounds. Battle scars. Do we want to go down that again? Do we want to fight that battle? So Ten of Swords here is like, okay, it's over. It's over. I'm hurt. I'm betrayed. And I'm done with this. But the Devil is telling us that that relationship had its own issues anyway, had some major issues. There was probably a heavy dose of infatuation, and there was a heavy dose of toxicity as well. So the dynamic that the two of you created together wasn't the healthiest to begin with. But still, it's a feeling of being stuck to one another, stuck in it. It's like you can't pull out of it. And I think that this was honestly a fated thing, that you were supposed to learn some lessons. It was the universe. You know, I know it's not always gentle, but sometimes we have to do those hard things to learn those hard lessons. And the Nine of Wands is one of those lessons I think that you came out of that with, because it is talking to me about the battle that you've been through and being more cautious as you walk into the future. Let's do some clarification here. And you're just going to lay right on my cards. This has been pretty typical of you lately, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Okay. Clarification. Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, Princess of Wands. When it came to the ending, the decision that was made about this ending here, seems to me like you were debating whether or not it was really over. Like if you thought, is this really the end of this? Should I walk away from it? Should I close it out? Because I think that you did have some power over it. There is showing that there's some decision being made, and it does feel like it's coming up on your side. Energies can be interchangeable, but it feels like this is like, do we really let this go? Is this the best choice? Because I think there's a big part of you that didn't want to let it go. Clarifying the Devil, we have the Hanged Man, the Two of Cups, and the Star. So look, this is really, really powerful, this line. This is really intense, let's put it that way. Because the other perspective, you know, this is the Hanged Man. The message of the Hanged Man is the other perspective here is that this is somebody that you truly loved. Despite any infatuation or feelings of like being in bondage to this relationship, anything that you didn't like about it, basically. You know, if this person was too controlling, if this person was too abrasive, or if they had substance abuse issues, whatever it was, you know, you still really, really loved them. You have the Two of Cups here. And there is a hope, there is a wish here that this person can come back into your life and be different, and that the relationship can be different, and that the love can come back. You know, the good parts of this person can show back up. Maybe they weren't always like they are now. Maybe this kind of, these kind of troubles that you dealt with at the end of it weren't really what the whole relationship was about. And so you're wanting some healing, okay? The Nine of Wands will clarify. I'm going to put them over here for the time being. Judgment, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, you know, it does feel like there's some sort of decision being made here. I think there's actually a decision to give this a second chance. First you're going, okay, do I give this another chance? Do I walk close to that fire again? Because I don't want to get burned. And this may not be that you're giving them a second chance in a relationship. It may be just to have them in your life at all. But it looks like you're saying, I don't know, because there's safety over here. And if I go close to that, would I end up, hurt again? Am I going to have to go through the battle again? That's what the Nine of Wands is asking. So I think that your decision is actually slowly. Let's feel it out. So I think that in the past there was some type of decision you came to. You're like, all right, with this relationship in regards to this person, I'm going to go towards it carefully, cautiously. We'll see what we get because I don't want to get too invested in it again. In your present position, we have the Six of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Empress. Okay. Talking about victory and success. This is interesting, though, from walking away. Okay. This is what is interesting, what I'm intuitively kind of picking up from these cards with this relationship is I wonder if somebody didn't use walking away. This could be you. Could be the other person, but if somebody didn't use that pulling back to kind of teach that other person a lesson, like I'm going to remove myself almost as punishment because this makes me feel bigger or this makes me feel better about the situation. This makes me feel like I have some more control in it because you are definitely trying to create something here. And I think that it may be a healthier relationship, but let's look at it. We'll clarify what you're trying to create in just a second. But it does feel like putting distance between you and this individual or this situation to try to create a different dynamic here. Is it kind of makes you feel like, or I say you, but again, other person, it's kind of making somebody feel like they won the game, like they won something. I don't mean that, and it's a little egotistical, but I don't necessarily mean it in a bad way. It's just like, okay, I'm in control now. Let's clarify Six of Wands. Three of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Hierophant. Okay. I think there's an attempt here to just wholly rewrite the story. There's commitment here regardless with the Hierophant. There's definitely, this is something that is not going to be pulled back from. The devil energy where it was not toxic but together, the Hierophant is showing you're wanting it to be together. You're just not wanting it to be toxic. You're trying to find a way to approach this more calmly. There's a lot of elements of friendship in this too. And I wonder if there's other people involved in it, other friends that you guys know, mutual friends. If you have a basis of friendship, or if this is one of those relationships that it's like it goes from friendship to love and back and forth. It could be any of those things. Let's look at the Eight of Cups. Sorry to disturb you, Shakota. Okay. Temperance, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. That really shows it right there. You need some space. You need some healing still, because you don't want to engage in this fight. You don't want it to be an argument. You don't want to, because in a way it feels like you always lose this, right? So you're trying to accomplish this by approaching it in a different way. You're trying to calm the seas by stepping away from it and creating something new by stepping away from it. But you know that it's going to be on and on and on. Like this isn't really, you don't feel the threat of this person completely ever leaving your life. You feel like in some way they will always be there. It's not like, it may go periods of time, long periods of time where you don't talk or you're not in communication. This feels like though it's on and on, it's continuous, but you really, for your own sanity, you need a break. You need patience, you need healing, you need calm around you. And so you're trying to rewrite this story. You're trying to rewrite the way that you two approach each other. But it's it feels like a hands-off kind of technique. And I don't know that that's the best technique. I don't know that it's not. But it does feel like you're not really interacting that much. I'm not sure if the other person really knows that that's why you're doing this. Okay? Why you're pulling back. The Empress. The Devil comes out again. This is passion. Okay? This is just straight up passion coming out. Like physical. I mean, the Empress and the Devil together is very sexual. It's very chemical reaction, passion kind of stuff right there. And then the High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles. You're taking a very long-term view on this. You're taking the long-term perspective. You're like, I'm in this for the long game. I'm going to play the long game because I need something to give. I need something to be different because you still want the healing with your love interest. You still want the healing with the person you love. So we look at the future, immediate future for you, the Moon, the Six of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Some things are coming to light here with the Moon in this relationship that have not been seen before. We also have reciprocity here. Kindness and reciprocity, and we have establishing something, building something, boundaries as well. So let's do some clarification on those energies coming to light with the Moon. Places that you have deceived yourself or others, and vice versa. This is coming to light to be dealt with. It's your choice whether you want to deal with it or if you're going to push it back down. Like, I'll do this another day. Four of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. You're really, really going to be having to deal with your feelings of self-worth, your ability to restore things that were lost and to work with somebody even when you fear it going wrong. It's like you have to teach yourself. You have to learn how to be okay with the risk. And this fear is one of the greatest fears that you have is, what if they see everything that I am? I'm getting real fucking deep here, but they see everything that I am. They see the core of me and I expose myself in that way and I end up betrayed. What then? Is it still worth it? And these are the questions that you're grappling with because the restoration, the reconciliation is showing up here. So it's coming through that, working with them, cooperating with them, by saying, this is how I really feel. You're exposing yourself. And it's very scary. Six of Pentacles. If you choose to take that road, that's up to you. Six of Pentacles. I think here with the Six of Pentacles, if you do that, if you give of yourself that way, they're going to reciprocate. They're going to do the same. If you open yourself up, I think they will open themselves up. Eight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, Princess of Swords. Yes. Okay. You two need to have big conversation. And I see that this conversation is a possibility in your immediate future, that you two really talk about why you pull out or why they pull out, why we walk away. Why do we walk away from this? Why do we have these patterns that we have? Why do we have these issues, this pain, this toxicity, this whatever it is in your relationship? Why do we do this to each other? Why is it maybe better sometimes for us to be apart? That may be a true fact for you guys. Maybe you need that time apart. And then talking about, okay, what do we make of this opportunity? Let's have a conversation. This person is ready to talk to you. They are ready to talk to you. They are ready to start anew with you in the immediate future. They want to take the opportunity. The Emperor at the end of this reading is talking about building new boundaries and being in control. So one person is in control of this situation. Ace of Cups, in control of new love and fresh energy in love and being open-hearted. There is opportunity of just abundant in this reading to start something again, to reintroduce this person in your everyday life. Nine of Wands in the World. Okay, all that you fought through with them, all the battles that you guys have fought are coming down to, or boiling down to, this moment and what you do with it, how you approach it. Do you take the risk or do you not? And that is the fundamental question that the tarot is asking you, because the universe is giving you an out. If you don't like this, if you don't want this in your life anymore, the good and the bad, the universe will allow you to wrap up this cycle and say, I've learned everything from this person in this situation that I want to learn. Next class, please. And they give you a C because you didn't get an A necessarily. Give you a C and they'll say, okay, you can go on to the next thing, the next class, right? Or if you want it, you can reestablish this in a different way and you can work towards real enlightenment and also learning healthy boundaries, okay? So there's a lot more that can be done with this, but it's up to you, I think, if you want to do it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.